Hey, man, this your neighbor over here, man. Bill. I don't know
Your
what y'all think
neighbor,
y'all got
your
going on,
YouTube
man.
neighbor,
Big
John
cupcakes over here,
Boy.
man. Whole truck full of wood. But don't y'all have that music up past 9:30. We got an ordinance right here, and I ain't having it.
Happy Pride Month, everyone. I'm trying a different way to get some music in here. I cannot read. Trader in the tree. How's it going? Smoke so loud, I know they hear. Don't give a damn if you think I'm wrong. I should have tested this before I went live. I can't say. I got a glare and a half on this daggum. What we got here? Watchwoman of the Dragon. I just can't see, man. My eyeball. Tashanka. I can see who's blue now. Man, I've been doing StreamYard. I can't see none on StreamYard. Man, I don't know why I cannot play this. I want to turn the volume up on the radio so I can listen to it. I don't know, guys. I'm just going live. I wanted to celebrate the black lesbian that's in this white man's body. It's Pride Month. I'm proud to be a black lesbian trapped in a white man's body. That's how I identify YouTube. That's how I identify Google. That's how I identify fact checkers. It's me, John Boy, the black lesbian chick trapped in a white man's body. That's how I identify. You can't cancel me. Yep. So happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. Let's be gay. Gay. Yeah. So they should not be able to do anything if I identify as that, right? Because that's my identity. I have been identifying as a black lesbian trapped in a white man's body since 1986. Yup. Paris Logan. How you doing? Yeah, I can't see, man. My eyes still ain't healed all the way from that. Man, I shouldn't have. I tested out a little bit of this daggum, this pineapple rum here. Oh, what does it say? Octane, but well, you can put it in your gas tank, get better gas mileage, or you can put it in a little shot glass. I've got America's new shot glass right here. To Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. Yep, it's going to be one of those nights, guys, so we don't know what I'm liable to say later or now. But that was alcohol abuse. I didn't know there was like 5 drops left in there and it spilled out everywhere. I lost 5 whole drops of pineapple rum. It just kind of gets to me. I know it's going to play a daggum commercial. Man, I ought to Bluetooth it. Oh, that's what I do. Hang on, why am I doing it this way? Why am I being a dum-dum? Hang on, I got this figured out. Oh, I know why I was doing it this way. Because I wanted the neighbors to enjoy the music too.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair.
Yeah, I don't want to pair. I want to pair with
the Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Oh, it's still connected both ways? Yeah, that's gonna sound weird if I do it like that. Damn. We will experiment here. See what we got going on. We'll have it going through the. There. Don't hurt. Oh, I pulled my earbud out. Yeah. Test. Yeah, it ain't going through the speaker now. That's probably a little more better. That way I can talk better, not distort the radio, the sound. No problem. Watch watch Woman of the Dragon. I almost said watch Dragon of the Woman. I'm telling y'all, man, everything's crazy. I had to drive today, right? You know, it's only like 68 miles or whatever. But anyhow, you know how you can watch the clouds in front of you. Well, I sit there and I see how far away they are. And from what I can figure, man, just, on my observations, from your point of view, if you start traveling to what you're looking at in the sky, it always equals out 25 miles when you get up underneath. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's 25 miles. And it's just, I got to noticing that stuff. And then I saw some clouds doing some stuff. And I'm sitting there watching them. I'm like, these clouds are standing still. But these other clouds are acting like little machines. And, I'm sitting there. And then I had to realize, I'm driving down the highway here. But man, I was trying to film it. And it's hard to do when you're driving down a 2-lane highway. Mike Smith, how you doing? But yeah. Uh-oh. PLS sent something. I don't ever get notified like that. I only get notified like that if it purposely interrupts anything. The AI is good about it. All right, I got 3 whole thumbs up. That's okay. You know what I don't get? And look, this is my deal. I want people to see this stuff I'm putting out there. I'm not worried about me being famous or anything. I want people to see the truth that I'm seeing up in the sky, right? So that's why I look at views, because the more views you get, the more people are seeing this, and they can look at it for themselves and see what they're seeing and decide what they're seeing. And some of this stuff is it's impossible to describe to your own self, let alone describe to people that's trying to watch it, Dang, I can't see, y'all. Smoking on a cigarette. Man, you can't. These people around here, I stopped smoking weed a long time ago because they're trying to sell that daggum Delta 8 bud and act like it's some daggum loud. $20 a gram. Man, you try to roll it up, your fingers get waxy, and then it coats your mouth. I mean, it ain't bud. Bud don't do that. You know what I mean? Bud be like sticky, man. That's it. It be sticking. You can't even get the paper off your finger, Oh, what am I missing on here? I can't see, y'all. For real, I cannot see. I injured my good eye, and my bad eye is my main eye now. So now I got a bad main eye and an injured good eye, and I can't see crap. This is terrible. Man, we ain't had nothing but daggum heat and humidity. Let's see. Well, we had Brenda. I didn't see you here in there, Brenda. How you doing? You know what? I think I need to put this thing on live chat because sometimes it decides to not show people chatting, and you might have been chatting already, and I didn't see you. We gotta beat this algorithm. Hey, thanks for the thumbs up, man. I appreciate that. I just noticed because it helps. Because I'm having problems, man. Daggum YouTube is shadow banning me. You know, I'm not worried about me. You know, I'm worried about getting out this truth that I'm finding, and I'm finding it hard to get out this truth because I don't understand how to explain it. I understand the overall outcome, but I just can't get it together. People's Last Stand. Is he in here? Oh, there you are. Hey, PLS. Yeah, I mean, when you see stuff in the sky that you just can't, there's no words to describe. I mean, I have a hard time. I mean, I know I've seen the stuff, but I don't know how to explain to myself what it is I'm seeing. If that makes sense. I don't know why that song is not that loud. Maybe it's my headphone here. Test. Or maybe that song's just at a low audio. 8 miles of barbed wire. I could put, let me see how many miles can I put on here. About 2.5 miles. And we was tired of the same shit. All you lame kids, so we made our own language. I got a weed degree, so fuck. Oh yeah, I just saw it pop up when I was live. I said something about it. I'll never get notifications like that. No strings attached. Yeah. Some banjos. I ain't tripping. I was racing tough tennis shoes and been through way too much to ever try to envy you. I'm a country boy. The city life is minuscule. Fuck the water, grow some weed up in this. Yeah, I'm a country boy, but I've lived in several different cities. I've lived in Memphis, Jackson. You know, big city wise. If you want to call Jackson big city, Memphis was. Long distance, better know I ain't playing with you. JG hit him with the Winchester. From the dirt roads to the city lights. My dad got my old truck wound up. I mean, it wasn't like I was in a bad part of town, but evidently, I mean, the apartments were behind the Kmart on Summer Avenue. And I was moving in and wound up with a bullet hole through the middle of my windshield, like somebody aimed and shot the dead center of my windshield. And I heard it when it happened. I was in the apartment and I heard, you know, like an impact. And I didn't notice it. You know, I was moving furniture. I mean, I was moving stuff out of the truck. It got shot while I was unloading. And after I got to unload it, you know, I went to get in the cab and then I saw the hole through the center of the windshield. I'm like, what in the world? Crazy. Hell, I was driving to work, man. This is like 10 years ago through Memphis down 3rd Street. And I had the boss in the passenger side and the helpers in the back, you know, sitting behind the seats in the van there. And we're going down 3rd Street, and all of a sudden, pow, the daggone windshield's shattered. Somebody done shot the windshield of the van while we're driving down the road. Yeah, hey, it's not just the Outer Limits, it's Twilight Zone, the Far Side, and all that. It's a cigarette. So there's the filter in. I roll my own. Been doing it for too long. Oh, guys, I'm so tired. I ain't lying. I feel like I got a sleeping sickness or something. I was about 20 miles from getting home, and all of a sudden, I couldn't keep my eyes open while I was driving. Oh, well, my no trespass signs around here, they come pre-written and it says violators will be prosecuted. I just get a couple permanent markers and I mark out prosecuted, put an X in it, and down below it in red permanent marker, I write shot. Because I don't look. The cops got to get permission if they want to come onto my land. Yeah, I got a gate up. Ain't nobody coming in here, man. In the last, let's say, I've been down here living for 10 years. I've had the place for 12 years. It's my bug out camp, man, because Obama did something crazy, and I was living in Jackson. I was like, I got to get out of here. And nothing happened. But, it should have. Oh, but yeah. Where was I going with this story? I've been living down here Oh, yeah. I should have been doing like off-grid living. I probably would have got more, if I was into views and stuff. But that's what happens. If it's something that will distract you from the truth that's going on above your heads, then, yeah, they'll sit there and it's like they entice you and entrance you. I don't jump through any kind of Google or YouTube hoops. Screw them motherfuckers. Excuse my language, but man, they sat there and monetized me. And then they sat there and demonetized me because they didn't like my content. But my content was monetizable. It met all the requirements. If somebody wanted to put a commercial on it, do it. But YouTube, if you look at it, 90% of the commercial interruptions in your videos are YouTube premium commercials. I'm serious. And if you pay whatever it is they want a month, then you'll eliminate commercials. Well, they're the main commercial. They're 90% of the commercials on videos, and people just, I don't know. I'm just sick of this shit, man. I had that what is it called? Google One or whatever, man. They sent me a thing going if I want it because of my Pixel 6 phone. I had 100 gigabytes of memory a month. And for 99 cents a month, I can restore that because that one time off, that whatever free deal is expiring in 6 days. So I called the number up. I'm like, what are you talking about here? And then this woman's like, well, and how can I get... Anyhow, the point of it is, I go, all right, the email y'all just sent me said I'll get 100 gigabytes of memory a month for 99 cents a month. Oh, no, sir, you're at 77 gigabytes now, and it's not 100 gigabytes a month. It's 100 total. I'm like, so you're telling me the Gmail you sent me is misinformation? Because you're leading me to believe in the Gmail that I'm going to get 100 gigabytes of memory per month for daggum 99 cents. But you're telling me on this phone that I'm at 77 and it tops out at 100. So what are you trying to get me to buy? Well, sorry, I go, you're a scam. No, we're not a scam. I go, you are definitely a scam. AT&T and Google and all of y'all are scams. And then she's like, well, sir, what can I do to rectify this? I said, you can go fuck yourself. And I hung up. Yeah, I ain't playing around. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of sugarcoating shit and leading people by the hand. Come on, watch your stuff here. Fuck y'all. I mean, not y'all. I'm just talking about the people I deal with in life, not here on YouTube. I mean, it's fucked up. But then I can tie in YouTube in real life and say, fuck y'all. Because there's one certain that, man, people will sit there and come up their own scheme if they have an emergency exit plan. So watch yourselves, people. Don't become someone's emergency exit plan. Oh man, here we go. StreamYard. I hate fucking StreamYard.
Well, with StreamYard, the answer is
oh, this will get you blocked worldwide, so let's do it. I can't hear this. What is wrong with this? Test. I don't know what's wrong.
take your pills. Our whole generation's mentally ill.
I gotta turn that off because that will sit there and get me blocked worldwide. They don't want a Troopal song even played. It's crazy. All right, how come I can't hear that? Can I hear me? Yeah, I can hear me. Oh, there it is. Take me home. Excuse-moi.
Country road.
Yeah, man, I've had enough of it. I was sitting there, look, today I was, let me turn it down. Somehow or another, the volume button didn't work on the phone with the daggum Bluetooth speaker. But daggum, it works. Bluetoothing over here to this daggum sound card. I don't get it. But anyhow, I was watching out the windshield, right? And I'm watching a different version of this thing with fangs coming out, right? And it looks like it's biting the finger. And I'm like, dadgum, if I wasn't driving, I'd be filming that right now. I mean, it's driving me crazy. I'm watching all this stuff, and I'm like, well, this can back up 3 or 4 other videos I've got of the same thing. It's a common thing that I keep seeing in the sky of like something biting a finger. Oh, it's crazy, y'all, and I don't know how to explain it to everybody to where everybody can see what I'm seeing or understand or try to have an idea of what I'm seeing. Maybe come up with a conclusion because I can't figure out why I'm seeing that. And then I can't figure out why I got like in that one video you can see the fingertip. I don't know if it gets cut off. I mean, that one video I got from months ago, you can see it looks like a thumb and a finger like that trying to pinch the daggum thing that's biting the finger. And I'm like, man, this has got something to do with time. And I keep seeing CERN in the background of all my sky videos. It's just crazy. I'm crazy. I've lost it. I know I've lost sight in this eyeball. Look at it. It looks bad, don't it? That thing hurts. I'm surprised that I can see out of it. I mean, I can't unless I shut the other eye. Then I. Oh. Oh, look! Every time I go to get in my truck, if I got my phone in my back pocket, it'll sit there and go, I'm your Google Assistant. I'm here to help you. And I pulled my phone out of my pocket and I said, well, go fuck yourself. And it said, and this is what the Google Assistant said. It said, I can understand that you're frustrated. And I'm only an assistant here to help you. And you don't need to take your frustrations out on me. That was my Google thing telling me that I shouldn't be telling it to go fuck itself. I'm like, and that pissed me off. And I go, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I mean, this is getting ridiculous. These phones are listening all the time. It's like the AI is right here all the time. The AI is the AI is the physical being of the devil here. The physical being of the most demonic mother effer in the world and everything. And this world is not what people think it is. Did anybody see the video? Look, I'm driving. I drove for about 20 miles and I was like, fuck it. I can't take it no more. And I've been putting it off for 3 days and I'm like, I can't take it. Well, I did pull over a couple times, but where I did, the trees got in the way. And then, like 20 miles later, I was like, screw it. If I don't do it now, I can't show the perspective of the sun and the moon. And the shadow should not be on the moon like it's showing while the sun's in that position. And I'm like, "Argh." So I pulled over on the side of the highway. I'm like, fuck it. I got out there and I go, now, can somebody tell me how the moon, I don't know, the moon's shadow, it's like a half a moon. The shadow is at like the bottom half, and then the moon's up that way, right? And the sun is to if you look at it from the aspect of where I'm standing, the sun, I'm looking straight at the moon. Right there. There's the moon. Boom. Sun straight behind me like that light right there. How am I seeing a half a moon when the sun's beside it? You know what I mean? So the only way I could see a half a moon is if I move me way down below to where I got the right angle to see that kind of shadow on the moon. Because the moon should be based, there's always a full moon because there's always the sun shining on. I don't know, y'all. It's just, but I'm looking at it's driving me crazy. So I finally, videoed it. And I hope somebody understands. And that's what I've been telling everybody, Chunky. This reality is not real. Because this is not where we came from. And this ain't where we're going. Look, we were born to die. And people need to understand. And then, John Boy, you're too harsh. We were born to die. How can you say that? Well, it's the truth. I mean, that's how I can say it. We were born to die. We weren't born to live forever. We were born to test our souls, our inner beings, our hearts. You know what I mean? The bad seed against the good seed. Come on. Crazy. That's what I tell people, man. This place. All right, and you know how we got different time zones around the world, right? Like there's people 12 hours ahead of us and 12 hours behind us. But if you look at the scheme of everything, it's the same time everywhere. It's just on this world. And I call it a world. This world is called Earth. But if I say Earth, people visualize a blue and white ball floating in space. So that's why I say world. It's not flat. It's not round. It's whatever you believe it to be. To actually understand how any of this works is not going to happen here on this earth is what I'm deciding. I could use the buckyball concept. And then what if that changed society into believing that we live in a buckyball? You know what I'm saying? It don't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter how this exists. What matters is knowing that this is not permanent and this is not where we're going to spend eternity at. I mean, that's the key to it. This shit don't really matter in the long scheme of everything. But what does matter is it's just truth and love, y'all. With truth, you always have love, and with love, you will always have truth. You see what I'm saying? See how truth and love go hand in hand? Because with truth, is love. I mean, seriously, love is truth. Actually, love comes before truth. Because if you love, you'll always be truthful. But if you're evil, man, you're gonna be devious and well. All right, I'm jumping away. Oh man, but Super Dave 44, how you doing out there? Man, I tried doing a StreamYard with a panel, and I'm just getting tired of the AI messing with me like that. I could not hear my guest up there, but if I look at the replay, it's fine for the audience, but the audience is seeing me up there interrupting and talking over and not hearing anything, and it's just ridiculous. So that I don't think I'm gonna do StreamYard anymore. Hell, I've even shared my screen on StreamYard, and when I watched the replay, the daggum, what I was sharing on the screen is black. It didn't even pick up. I'm like, what in the world? Oh, I'm gonna tell you, these people messed up the Malibu rum commercial.
Welcome to Malibu, where we do whatever tastes good.
Where we do whatever tastes good. These people are all dressed up, all freakish. Hey, if any of y'all ain't got Super Dave, y'all to grab Super Dave up like in here. I don't know if you can still click on the thing and go to the channel like back in the old days. Man, I appreciate the thumbs up, y'all. I ain't never got that many. I'm just feeling redneck today for some reason. I'm a hillbilly, but sometimes the redneck comes out of me. Maybe I'll turn that up. Only got one earbud, y'all. Dig a mouse shoot off the oven. Pissed me off. My thumb's doing a little better. Where I smashed it in the door like months ago. Back when it was cold. Well, I won't forget that morning. I was getting out of the truck to shut my gate. And I didn't want the door to latch, right? So I kind of grabbed it from behind me, and went to. And somehow, I didn't realize the door was that close to closing, and I closed my thumb up in it. Felt really good. I held on to that thumb and jumped up and down for a few minutes in front of the truck there. It hurt. Nothing you can do when you smash your daggum finger. Yeah, me and Super Dave, man, he done leaped and bound way ahead of everybody, man. At one time, we were all at the same even playing grounds there. And I guess I was too dumbass and tried to stick with telling people the real truth out there, and I was getting so many medical misinformation, so I didn't care because I'm trying to get the truth out there. So it just stirred me up. I'm so shadow banned, I don't even get notified of my own premieres coming up. I mean, that happened to me a month ago or a few weeks, whenever it was. I scheduled it so I'd be at lunch when it came on, right? I've got my phone in front of me. I'm watching another video knowing it's going to notify me. Next thing I know, I realize what time it is. I'm like, man, that video's over. I go to look at my notifications. Nothing's in the notifications. I'm like, well, that's crazy. I get out of the notifications, and then my phone goes ding, and it says John Boy Premiere. I'm like, It's 7 minutes after the fact. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah. But I'm shadow banned from my own channel. But yeah, I don't know what to do anymore, y'all. I was sitting here looking at that fossilized helmet I got. If I just wish I could show y'all. It looks, I mean, it is a fossilized helmet, but you can see where something bit into it. And in my mind, I don't know. In my mind, I can see like a time traveler popped up in the past, and a daggum Tyrannosaurus was already there, and reached down and bit him in the top of the helmet, because you can see the daggum teeth marks. I'm talking about, you can see it in detail, top and bottom, and you can tell that it couldn't eat the head because it was inside the helmet, but you can see like the neck bone going up in it. It's just crazy. And I don't have a good enough camera, or I don't have a good enough way to sit there and show that thing so I can point out, the daggum, the face lens, the visor lens is totally different than the rest of the rock. And the Scott Tube, and I got several other ones. I mean, oh. Yeah, they love being mean to me. Watch one of the dragons. They love torturing me. Can y'all see that? Y'all excuse my fingers, man. I've been painting cars and stuff, man. It's hard to get the paint off. I mean, even using lacquer. You better start rolling. You're bigger than an episode of Lizard Towing. Range like a roper. You need to move over. If the bull took a nap, then I'd be a bulldozer. But I don't sleep. But yeah, man. What was I gonna say? That's some good pineapple rum. I've been tempering it. I think I got it around. I don't know. Let me see what it burns. Let's put like this. The burns is over 100 proof. Ow! Yeah, I think I got it about 90 proof. And that stuff is, man, even at 165 proof, it's smoother than that daggone wild turkey. Oh, yeah. Happy Pride Month, you gay MFers. And YouTube identifies as a black lesbian trapped in a white man's body. So anyhow, I got, ain't that the title of this? What's the title of this thing? Don't even show it. Shows it on StreamYard. But anyhow, let's see what's going on. I see it all the time in the clouds. It'll either be like a big bank of white clouds and you'll see like a blue one, or it'll be dark clouds and it'll be a white cloud that's across, or it'll be just white clouds in the blue sky. I mean, yeah, but that cross is, y'all be careful with that. I'm dead serious. Be careful. The symbolisms. Remember, we've been lied to since birth. And whatever you believe that cross to be, believe me, you've been lied to. Alright? This is how I try to explain it. This is how I try to simplify it. And it's not sugarcoated whatsoever. But if back in the day, when they crucified Jesus, if they had electricity and an electric chair and crucified Jesus in an electric chair, would all the churches in the United States have daggum electric chairs up on top of the steeple? That's a carven image, people. Carven image. But y'all been lied to believe that, oh, it's part of Christianity. Uh-oh. Been lied to again. Do y'all realize what the first commandment God ever gave the people of this earth was? It was in Genesis. The first actual, well, there's several different rules. One was do not eat of the fruit of knowledge, and don't eat of the fruit of life. That was two of them. But the main one was worship no other gods than me, the Creator, right? Jesus came to this earth to set an example of how mankind needs to live. But man has, not man, demonic man, evil man, has twisted Jesus' teachings into you must go through Jesus in order to get to God. But God's first, I'm going to say God's first commandment was worship no other gods than me. Don't eat of the tree of knowledge or the tree of life. All right, that's your first three. And then there was the 10 commandments from Moses. But everything's been just corrupted. People don't understand it. Are we awake, John? How you doing out there? I'm just kind of, man, I don't know, man. I can't get a decent live stream. To be honest with y'all, I have been mobile live streaming since the conception of my channel. I have never, ever been tied into a cable box, ever. I'm strictly been AT&T signal. And you would think AT&T might increase my signal strength to help out, but they'd rather have the negative publicity. Oh, I'm alright, except this daggum eyeball. I mean, I guess my eye's alright, but is that light too bright on the oop? I can't. That's what I'm saying, man. I ain't set up. My normal, where I used to record at, oh man, it's just bright on that board. But I used to be set up over there, where I got a desk and everything. But they burn up all my daggum towers. I had 4 computers they burn up. Only thing that survives is laptop. And the only place I can really get good signal is right here. So that's why it's like it is. I'm sorry, but that's life. The only kind of internet I can get here is some sort of satellite internet. But man, it costs so much, it's crazy. But I guess if I did it, I don't know. I could cut out the hotspot on my AT&T plan. That would save me $20. But if I had cable satellite, that would increase it 40 because I think it's like 70. But I don't know. But due to math, I don't. Math is racist. That's what I've been told by mainstream media, anyhow. Uh-oh. Y'all hang on. I'll probably lose a lot of folks on this song. Or I might get some.
Behind them pearly gates, there's booze and weed and pills. But if there ain't sluts in heaven, Lord, send me down to hell.
Is that not crazy? We talk about religion and then this song comes up.
Lord, I know I've made one or two mistakes in this here life. Probably could have called my kids or sent them moms some mail once or twice. I know that it ain't right to chop these lines up on the Bible that came with this dirty Texas motel room. But if it all goes south, I guess that just means I'm gonna see you soon.
That's what I figure, Mike.
Lord, I've had a good life, and I think I lived it right. But there's a big old orangey waiting for me in the sky.
All right, I don't know where that song came from, but I'm gonna change it.
But if there ain't sluts in heaven, Lord, send me down to hell. I jerk off way too much.
All right, I've never played this song on here, so it'll probably get me blocked worldwide too.
That means that your goals are ours.
That means that your goals are our goals, and we're here to help you.
That's the value of
Vanguard. I get so sick of commercials.
The ones the whole world hates, the ones who voted for Trump that got labeled racist but ain't, the ones with bald caps, make America great, who love their country to death and struggle on minimum wage. Hey, the angry
Shit, I don't
taking
make minimum
work that
wage.
maybe they could get.
I'm
Single parents with some
I
baby
ain't gonna
kids,
say I'm
hated for being a
struggling, but
patriot.
I'm not.
All my life I've been white trash. All my
I'm
life I've been
getting
like
by.
that. The whole world been left leaning. I'm proud of the right who fight back. Been chewed up, been spit out. They scream, but no one listens. They're so in
Man, I
love and
went to
vote for Trump
Captain
'cause
D's. Hadn't been there in a while
they're our
after
neighbors,
the
they're our soldiers, our
altercation.
men and women and children. They're the middle class families.
And their two-piece fish dinner now is actually one piece of fish they cut in half long ways. And that makes it two-piece. I ain't lying, man. It's like they cut the damn thing and down long ways. And you get two skinny pieces of fish that equal one regular fish fillet. I mean, man, and when I was standing in there, man, I had to stand at the daggum register for like 6 minutes or so. And during that time, I talked to a guy that was sitting there waiting for something to drink because nothing worked out there where the customers are. And he couldn't get, I don't know, the woman working the window was working the register and I don't know, man. I looked at him, I go, it's like a third world country, ain't it? He goes, it's getting that way. Yeah. And then that bitch, oh, excuse me, then that person sat there and made a comment to a co-worker that I'm not doing both. I'm not working the window on the register. And I'm thinking, daggum, I'm at the register. So after she got through her little rant, I go, ma'am, who runs the register? And she's like, I do, and I'm getting to you in a minute. I'm like, that's the service we got nowadays. Nurse Care Bear, how you doing? I know how it is, Nurse Care. Look, when I was like, I was a freshman. Was I a freshman? Yeah, I was a freshman in high school. I broke my ankle in the growth center, man. I had to wear a cast for I wore a cast for 6 weeks, and then they put it in a walking cast for another, 6 weeks? And 4 weeks, so a month. So, 6 and 4 weeks, that's 10 weeks that I had to wear a cast. But they thought because I was young like that, I broke it in the growth center, that one leg is going to be longer than the other. But that didn't happen. Jump in a mud puddle, that's how I did it. I mean, the mud puddle was about 12 foot across, and I jumped over. I was running, man, and I sat there, and I jumped. I was like, yeah, I'm going to clear that.
So we're at Blue Lake, and
I did, but the way I had to clear it, I had to kind of jump, and when I landed, my foot was sideways, and that sucker rolled over to the top. My foot was touching the ground while I was standing on it. Oh man, it hurt. Oh, it hurt. Oh man, daggone StreamYard commercial. Hey, I'm Nick Neiman. I'm in StreamYard. Well, hey there, homeless in America, are you? I'm homeless too because I live in my bug out camp. I ain't lying, man. I'm in a bug out camp. I'm not. This ain't no conventional house here. It's not a conventional way of living here. Yeah, I mean, when I did mine, I was young. So, yeah, 56. I don't know, you'll heal up. But I'm telling you, I'm feeling all my injuries from my 20s and 30s now. I'm like, what am I? I'm kind of like 54 or something. I'm past 53 at least. I know that much. I still, get around like I did when I was 30. I still jump off the third rung of ladder steps and stuff. Shoot, I got in this wrist right here, I've got like 2 stainless steel bolt or screws. So when I killed that deer on a motorcycle, it pulled my hand off the end of my bone on my arm bones. I mean, it didn't break the skin. The skin was keeping my hand on my body, I guess. It's hard to explain. My hand was detached from my arm bones, but it was still in the skin. You know what I mean? It was just hanging. I could itch my own elbow. I could itch my left elbow with my left hand. It was crazy. I held it up, that hand. I mean, it was way down here. And look, that happened in 2003, and it ain't never stopped hurting. I know how to mentally block stuff out. Yeah, that was cool though. If that's what I'm fixing to head back to, that's gonna be cool. Because all that place was love. It wasn't no daggum streets of gold and all these emeralds and all. I mean, why would any of that precious earthly world materials mean anything in heaven? The only thing that means anything is love, pure love. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what gave me the whole aspect on that. Because, man, it was crazy. It was like, I don't know. I just don't know how to explain it. I wasn't in this body, really, but I was in a body, right? And that body was love. And inside the body was love. And outside the body was love. And flowing all around, you could feel it moving. It was going through you. I mean, it was just crazy. Man, and I've kind of said I would go through that again to feel that again, but not really, because I know if that's what I'm looking forward to after all this is over, then I don't really need to go through that again to feel that. That'd be like getting addicted to a drug, you know what I mean? I'm going to half kill myself so I can feel that again. No. But if that's how it is, then I'm ready for it.
All my life it's been like that.
Why is
The
that
whole
playing
world
that
has
again?
meaning. I'm proud of the
Oh,
life we fight back.
because I
Being
backed
true
up
love
the
is
wrong
spit
way.
out. They scream, but no one listens. They're sowing love and vote for Trump because politicians. They're our neighbors. They're our soldiers. Our men and women and children. They're the middle class families who got forgot by the system. In God we trust, and all the guns are just backup. Rocking camera.
Yeah, I ain't never had to learn how to walk again or nothing like that.
We rednecks, crackers since we were young. We grew close, we move slow. These colors don't run. Yeah. Call us white trash.
But I've had so many concussions that I can't count them on. I've had more concussions than I have fingers and toes. For real.
I'm white trash, but I'm not alone. Yeah, I'm white, bro. I ain't apologize for you don't like that I like my skin color, then you could. I like open gun laws. I like drunken bar brawls. I like drinking.
I'm trying to find another playlist, y'all.
We monstered up in them monster trucks, rolling in heavy machinery. We all believe in protecting what's up. We got that heavy machinery. Drink beers in a lawn chair. Nothing much going on here. Probably get a few long stares. Look, you don't belong here. Hey, please don't get mad at me. I did not put up the barrier. People are judging me.
All right.
Serious, say that they're they act like the furious.
I think I'm done with that hockey.
I'm a firecracker. We lit it up. We just living our best life. Don't wrap us up some wax scandal. Beer and blood on a white beater. Jacked up on Jack Daniels. Get my chicken at Colonel Sanders. Judge me and I'll backhand.
Man, I cannot read.
Mask and I'll beat it with an axe handle. Call us white trash. Like we're someone they know. Call us white trash.
We are macro dragon. In the reality of things, this world that we know and everybody on it, think about it. This world is round. It's a cell in a body. And the good people are antibodies and the bad people are viruses. And we're against the virus. And we can't let the virus win. You see what I'm saying? Or to affect the whole body. But we're just one cell. And billions and billions and billions of other cells that make up that one body. And then that one body that we're in as one cell is only a cell in another body that's even bigger. And it goes that way bigger and it goes the other way smaller. That's how you get infinite. That's how you get eternity. It's magnifications and fractals. It's just hard to explain. I almost got it, but I don't. But it's just weird. Man, I'm getting tired of these dadgum commercials. Listen, I know there ain't no commercials on this song. Well, see, that's the whole deal. Micro, macro. We are. What if we're just only a thought in God's mind? See what I'm saying? We are all entangled as one. That's why I say everything is one and one is everything. And the scientists here on this world are trying to understand the fabric of reality, and they discovered neutrino. Well, when I got the neutrino, that's when I realized, okay, neutrino, that fabric right there, is the fabric of God. And that's where we reside. And that it's a dimension. It's not this. This is false reality. This is physical reality. But we don't belong in physical reality. I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't know, man. I'm thinking about, I don't know what I'm thinking about doing anymore. I've seen enough stuff in the sky and junk and all this physical evidence that backs up what's in the sky. I mean, I don't get it. It's like a never ending cycle. It's almost like I can understand where reincarnation became a religion, because if you just focus on reincarnation, how am I trying to say this? It's the snake eating its tail. All right, it's like time repeats itself over and over and over again and again and again. And I don't know how to explain it, but like the Mayans or whatever it was, snake eating its tail, that is showing a repetitive cycle in a way. But in the end, it's got to end with the snake eating its tail. But if you do repeat time like that, then that would make you think about reincarnation. And that's possible, I think, in a way. But it's all tied into how all this works. Micro, macro. It's on a scale that you cannot show it. You just have to understand it. I don't know about the dimensions collapsing. I'll get to that in a minute. I mean, how can they? I mean, all I know is CERN is messing up what we know as reality. That's all I know. So if they want to say it's collapsing, and it probably is. I think what we're seeing, the way this world is going, and all this crazy stuff. And if you believe in the science of today, you can sit there and say, hey, we're getting sucked into a black hole they opened up. I mean, come on. There's no way. I mean, this Mandela effect and all that. I mean, I've seen it for myself. I always give this example, man. A few years ago, I'm sitting there heading into Jackson. I see this big old crane putting an air conditioning unit on top of a building, right? I'm like, I bet that's Barnhart, because I used to have to work and use cranes, right? And Barnhart was your number one main crane operator, business or whatever, right? So I purposely kind of drove out of my way to go by to see, Barnhart written on the crane arm. And to my surprise, it said Burkhart. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Well, watch Woman of the Dragon. Look at it as we are antibodies. We are ridding the body of viruses. And evil is a virus. Evil is a cancer. Evil spreads at a rapid rate. I think that's why it's so bad. There's going to have to be a new heaven and a new earth. You see what I'm saying? Because the way it's looking here in this world, evil is the majority. Good is gone. I know that Mandela effect's 100% real because I've dealt with it. I knew a lady for 3 years on the cigarette store, and then one day she wasn't owner's wife. I mean, none of it was. The only thing that was the same was she was working at that store, and she still raised exotic pets. Other than that, she wasn't married to the store owner. Her husband's name wasn't John. It was just crazy. And then I tell a friend of mine about it, and he's like, "Oh, I thought she owned the store." I go, "I did too." So he thought it too. And I mean, you can't deny that happened in real life. And then, like the Jack in the Box is now Jack's, and everybody out here swears it's always been Jack's. But I know for a fact in like 1998, it was Jack in the Box. I know it for a fact. Well, see, that's the thing about the future. It can change. And this stuff they're manipulating in the past is why the present's crazy, because we're going through the changes they need for the future. If that makes any sense. Think about it. If you were in 24 and you needed to be a certain way and you had the AI and they calculate, well, if you go back to 1545 and you did this to this certain race of people and did this to this and that and this and the other, then your outcome would come out to what you need. Well, you'd probably have to go back to 18 something and do this at this point, and then in 1927 do this at that point, and then in 2022 do equivalent to 1927, and you'll get the outcome you're looking for the year 24. I mean, so we're just a result of the mixing and the cooking, and the outcome will benefit whoever it is in the future. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling y'all, something's manipulated the past. Yeah, but I try to find it hard to believe that you can time travel, but I believe you can time travel. And the only way you could time travel is if you figure it out. And I'm sure somebody's figured it out. Because I know for a fact they've done experiments. You don't hear about it now, but they have teleported stuff from, one spot to another spot. Like, Star Trek, beam me down, Scotty. They have done that from lab to lab. But not with the, exact results they're looking for, but I think what they discovered comes out on the other side is not the actual what was initially, I don't know how to explain it, slung over there. I know memory's crazy, man. Look, I was helping my brother today and I had to put a mower deck belt on. And I'm like, I look and I go, well, daggone, why couldn't you done this? I go, the diagram's right here to show you how the belt runs if you forgot how it happened. I go, where's the new belt? And he went to get the new belt, and we're sitting there, I'm getting it on there and junk, and he looks and he goes, hey, there's a diagram over here showing you how the belt goes. I looked at him, I go, do you not realize I just pointed that out before you went and got the new belt? He's like, no. I'm like, so you're telling me you don't remember me telling you that you could have done this yourself, and there's a diagram right here to show you how that belt runs? Oh, I don't remember that. I'm like, that was like 5 minutes ago. And you're seeing that sticker for the first time now? He goes, yeah. I don't know how that's possible. And you see what I mean? That happened to me today. 5 minutes earlier, I point out to him there's a schematic sticker there that shows you how to run a mower belt. And then he finds it 5 minutes later like it's the first time he ever seen it. I'm like, was it me or was it him? Did that not happen? Did I think I told him about that sticker? Or I mean, what happened when he went to go get the new belt and came back? It was a different channel. You see what I'm saying? How in the world does that work? And that's what I asked him. I'm like, how is this possible? I just talked to you 5 minutes ago about this sticker, and you're seeing it for the first time right now. How is that possible? He's like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know either. But that's what I'm saying. I run into this kind of crap all the time. And then I'm seeing this shit in the skies, and I'm seeing this stuff in the rocks. I'm seeing this stuff in crystals. I'm seeing it in quartz. I'm just, I don't know what to think anymore. What do you do? Oh, yeah. Hey, look, I documented it, Nurse Care Bear. Check this out. It's not that alright, the same trip I made today, I used to make it a lot more often when my dad was alive, right? But, the same trip has happened twice. And it showed up on my, what do you call that? It's a GPS. What's it called? TomTom? A Garmin. I got a Garmin, right? I got home and I went to look at my trip stuff, and it showed I went 14,000 miles. My max speed was like 3,200 mile an hour, and my average speed was like 28. Wait a minute, I'm lying. It was 38,000 mile an hour. No, hang on. It was 3,800. My average speed was like 29.75. And it was showing my time. I mean, and I'm like, man, what the hell? I made a video of it. It's from like 4 years ago. And I got to thinking back, and there was a period in there to where I remember going, oh, yeah, I'm right here now. You know, realizing where I was on the road, and I didn't realize where I'd lost that understanding. You see what I'm saying? So somehow or another, I don't know what happened, but I mean, there was 13,000 miles of travel in a 68-mile, trip. It didn't make any sense. This is one of them album things where before the song ends, they will put a commercial up. So crazy. Yeah, well, look, when I meet people, I can figure out their whole life story in the first 5 minutes. I figure them out from a child to right there talking to them. And I know what they're about. It's crazy. Man, what are we listening to? Is this Boston? I think it is. Yeah. Gotta be Boston. No, the AI is just a physical extension of that demonic MFer that's trying to get everybody. None of this makes any sense. None of it. I don't get it all. It just don't make sense. What gets me that don't make sense is, I mean, I got images like, all right, when you're looking up in the sky, you see the clouds, but the stuff behind the clouds looks like the CERN Hadron Collider settings. You know, it's just, I don't know, man. It's like, what if what we know right now was only, a split second in the hadron collector's, particle collision chamber. That brief burst of energy is turned into all this history and stuff we know that seems like it takes hundreds of thousands and millions of years to do happen in 1/6400,000th of a second. You know what I mean? In whatever the micro scale. You see what I'm saying? So, what I've come to think, and this is going to be weird, it's going to be crazy. And y'all probably never come back to this channel when I say it. But I don't know if anybody's ever had a near-death experience. I've had a few, but the one time I had this weird near-death experience, I saw my life flash before my eyes. And it was not in color, it was in black and white. But my life flashed before my eyes from the time I was born to that point I was fixing to die, right? So I'm just wondering if what we're living through now is only a flashback through whatever it is that we're inside is about to die. And it's having, its life flash before its eyes. Just weird. It's like, are we just an AI program and it realizes, the AI computer realizes it just got unplugged and we're the last little bit of energy going through the circuit boards? It's just weird, man. I don't know. I can go on so many different levels. In the big scheme of things, none of that matters. We just need to focus on love, truth, honesty, while we listen to some Black Sabbath. Oh, man, that's great. You don't, Mike. You didn't feel it. 2012, something changed, man. That's when it changed for me. It's like 2012, just something happened. I wasn't in the same world that I was in. I mean, everything changed. I did not change. Everything changed around me. It was just like, a lot of the changes were so minute, but I see the minute changes. And there was a lot of them. And then there's some major changes. Look at what's going on now. We got a guy that can't even ride a bicycle without falling over. Come on. Come on, man. I bet if Corn Pop was there, he would have caught him. But that's the reality we live in. This guy's a walking meme. This guy, all you gotta do is put a camera on him for 2 minutes and you'll have 20 different memes you can make from him. Come on. And he's the leader of one of the greatest countries in the world. That's all bullcrap. All this stuff is fabricated. This is like a board game. And we got satanic gods that are individual players. You got a satanic god that's got Russia. You got a satanic god that's got America. You got a satanic god that's playing the part of England. Everybody's got their little kingdoms. If you look at it, if you break it down, this whole world is nothing but the demonic playing a game in live time with live souls. And the more souls they can steal, the more powerful they'll be. Until the actual creator. This won't get. It's like, is this a science experiment and some bacteria got in there and fucked it up? I feel like we're on a petri dish in a lab somewhere sitting on a table, and we get these scientists coming looking down on us, trying to figure out where did we go wrong. I mean, that's possible. But it's better to believe that the Earth is round and we're floating in a vacuum of space with other planetary bodies held together by magnetic connections. Yep, that was the simplest, far-fetched idea there was. So they just stuck with it. All because a daggum apple fell on a dude's head, right? Huh? Yeah, so, man. But I don't know how to tell anybody how to really look at where we find ourselves. Because I'm still trying to really understand it. But I know in 2012, though, the whole world, something happened. Y'all don't remember? Do you remember the Y2K? The computers are not able to go to the what? I didn't get that. I mean, I've had old-fashioned LED calculators, and you could put 8008735. Wait a minute. 808. Wait a minute. 80085537 and turn it upside down. No, I spelled it wrong again. Hang on. I think it's 55378008. If you turn it upside down, it says boobless. Or you could put 7734 and turn it upside down and say hell. And they're trying to say the Y2K, the computers couldn't go to 2000. It was only set up for. None of that made any sense. But that ain't when nothing happened. 2012, man, I don't know what it was about 2012. Oh. But yeah, something did happen in 2012. First chemtrail I ever saw was in 1998.
What you gonna do?
Yep, I remember that. I saw this plane. I was like, man, that thing must be really high because that contrail is going from the horizon to behind it, right? And that thing went from horizon. It was way south of me, but it went from horizon to horizon. And that trail stayed up there for hours and hours. And I was like, man, that plane, that must have been like a SR-71 Blackbird. That, the vapor's not evaporating. Yeah. But nowadays you can put up a daggone video of some sort of orb shooting through the sky and goes behind one of them chemtrails. And you can call that chemtrail a contrail. And they'll still put a contrail banner underneath the video. Hell, you can sit there and show a video of the sky and talk about, look how pretty the clouds are, and get a daggum contrail banner on it. I mean, come on. Whenever you get a banner under your video, that means you put up a truthful video and they're trying to spread a lie. And then they're making all these disinformation committees and stuff like that so they can spread their own disinformation. It's so crazy. And people are like, yeah, we don't need this disinformation on. Hey, what's wrong with people, man? something big is coming. But it's not what anybody's gonna. It's not what anybody's expecting. That's the whole thing, man. Oh, I mean, I don't know how to explain it. But when it happens, like I said, it's not gonna be like a volcano goes off or nuclear war. It's not gonna be that kind of big thing. It's gonna be something that just, I don't know, you're not gonna be able, only a few people will be able to wrap their minds around it. Man, I forgot how many different banners I got. I got Apollo 11 banners, New World New World Order banners, COVID banners, Contrail COVID. There's some other things, man. I made a video through, I don't know, about a year ago, I had like 7 banners. Hell, if you do a video about Palladians, you'll get a Palladian banner underneath. It's crazy how they do that, man. He said, "Take the needle in." Yeah. What's he singing about? Take the needle in. See, I think these people sold their souls, right? And then they revealed what I'm seeing. I mean, I didn't sell my soul to see what I'm seeing. But I think once these people sold their souls, they were able to see what the watchmen can see. See what I'm saying? And that's why I think they sing about it. They try to get it out there. It's like, I done fucked up, but I'm a slick try to get this in the lyrics. I don't know. That's just me. Right. That's exactly what disinformation banners. They want to use disinformation to say that you're giving out disinformation when you're giving out the truth. That's what's so crazy. But that's how you know you're putting out the truth, when you get banners. Ain't a long man. And then, for me, look, what was it, a couple months ago? I get a strike for a 3-year-old video. That thing been up for 3 years, and they're gonna give me a strike on it. And I was like, hang on, y'all. I appealed it. I'm like, that thing's been up 3 years, and there's no medical misinformation in it. So they took the strike away, but they didn't put the video back up, right? They're like, well, we'll remove the strike, but the video is not going up. And then after that, they took down 2 more 3-year-old videos. They didn't give me a strike, but they said that it was medical misinformation. And they were from 2019. 2019. Before the pandemic hit the world and caused the Great Reset. Yeah, I'm just sick of all of it. Sick of it. I don't know what to do anymore. I got a boat I need to rebuild. Maybe I'll do a video on that. I don't know. I'm done. I can't. There's no words to explain where I'm at. Only my thoughts. I don't know how to explain that. And I still don't fully understand what I'm understanding. Here we go. Why is this thing repeating? We've had enough of that. Man, I hate this. Well, look, we'll just listen to that song right here one more time. I need to go to bed. I'm tired. Wait, you know, the way I look at it, I mean, you can look at it as your spirit's trapped in the flesh, or you can look at it as your spirit's in this daggum reality suit that you got to wear to complete this test to see if you're worthy. You know what I'm saying? It's all about a test, purification. I mean, if you read in the Bible, it talks about purifying gold. Well, in order to get pure gold, you got to fire it several times to get it pure. Well, that's what life's about. You got to go through trials and tribulations to find out who your true self is. If you don't bend in, you know, if you don't, I don't know what you want to call it. If you don't take the temptations, you know. There was a Twilight Zone deal, man, where this guy, he could get $1 million. And look, this is back in the, 50s, 60s, whatever. So $1 million is a lot of money. Dude knocks on the dude's door, and he's got a suitcase. And he's like, you can have this $1 million, but all you got to do is push this button. And there's like a button underneath, you know, it was like, I don't know. Anyhow, this dude had this box, had a button in it, right? And it's like, all you got to do is push this button, and that $1 million is yours. He goes, well, what happens when I push the button? Now I'm condensing a half-hour show into a few minutes. And the guy said, well, when you push that button, somebody in the world dies. But that $1 million is yours. And he thought about it, and then he had his wife, and they thought, and finally he sat there and he pushed the button. Dude gave him the $1 million, and before he walked out of the room, he told the guy, now I've got to find another $1 million winner. And then it hit the guy that pushed the button, that the next guy that pushes the button is going to kill him. That was the coolest Twilight Zone. So nobody ever kept the $1 million, because the $1 million kept getting. You see what I'm saying? Each person that pushed the button died from the next person that pushed the button. But look, y'all, I'm fixing to get off of here, I guess. I've had a long day. I appreciate y'all coming by. And until next time, I don't know what to say. Look up if you want to see some crazy stuff. Yeah, let me get out of here, guys. And I'll holler at y'all later. Until next time, this is John Boy saying sayonara, if I said it right.